Hey, welcome back to Spiritual Life is Love. I was going to leave it as that, but I just felt like I couldn't. I felt like I had to really finish this energy because a lot of you, I feel like this is where you're really at. So I just wanted to make sure that I was like, you know what, let me go back and actually make sure that this is, not even make sure, this is what I want to do. I want to go back to continue this theory because I think this is really important in a lot of your lives, a lot of your lives. I feel like a lot of you are, maybe you have done this, or maybe you want validation. Maybe you wanted clarity on whether you should be feeling like, I heard somebody say, I don't give a fuck, and that kind of message. Like, not only you, but I feel like some of you are at this point where you're like, I don't care. Like, maybe you done been through so many life lessons at this point that you feel like you're numb, and I don't really feel like you're numb. I just feel like you healed, and with that, you're able to handle and process your emotions better. And for some of you who haven't, or feeling like you'll go numb if you do that, change your perception to you actually healing and not necessarily not caring, because you can become to a point where you observe your life, where you see what happened without indulging in the emotions of it. And I think this is what Spirit is really trying to have you understand as they funnel information to you about the change that they're trying to bring to you. And with that, they're trying to bring this adventure energy to you and some more fun in your life. And they want you to just take this spiritual journey in moderation, because the one thing, I think when I was pre-shuffling, the card that stuck out said, soul journey. So this is just a journey of life, and some of you, or this overall energy, and maybe you don't, it just, maybe you feel like it's an end. This is not really, it's not an end goal. I mean, of course we pass certain lessons, but I feel like one thing we have to understand is that one thing Spirit is relaying to me is that this is a lifelong journey of constantly adapting and absorbing and moving forward through life. It's not like, oh, once I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the chapter's done, and you take your quiz and you're done. Like, the life, they're telling me, doesn't work like that. You just got to keep going through different cycles and different lessons. And just like school, you keep getting to a certain point and you pass, and then there's another one. So it's like, just take life in moderation. You don't have to hurry up and pass through one lesson, like race through one lesson, thinking that you're going to be done and then nothing ever happens. I think a lot of us have to remember that in life, things are going to happen to us. We don't have to necessarily rush through it. We just have to become okay while we move through it. It's like, really understand that you feel like if you hurry up and take care, not because some stuff is time management, I get it, but it's not like, oh, if I hurry up and move to this lesson, then I'll be able to just sail smoothly. And maybe for some period you might, but then after that you may not. Like, life is going to have different twists and turns, like the river. And it's like, you just got to be calm and lay inside your donut, or lay in the body and just flow through it and be like, just take caution to the wind. Like, all right, this happened, okay, and this happened, all right, and then this happened, okay, like on to the next. Like, not really hold on and then become obsessed, because then that's where you get into this maybe the depression or woe is me kind of energy, when you can just allow things to happen in your life. And then it's like, okay, some of you maybe are working on a spiritual career. Some of you are working on that. If that's so, then Spirit is telling you, go ahead, whatever that is, Reiki, aromatherapy, different singing bowls, anything that you feel you want to do spiritually, and then anything that brings you peace. Okay, so this communication card is so big right now, and it keeps coming out. And I feel like, and under communication is forgiveness. And I have to just stop this and just see. I mean, the manifestation card is here too. So this is huge. So I feel like a lot of, okay. So I feel like once you allow your life to kind of take the road that it's supposed to without trying to force it, allow your life to go through this change, allow you to receive information from Spirit, which will allow you to heal, and then you'll have more fun, and then maybe you work in a spiritual career, or jewelry, or your artwork, whatever you want to do that will contribute to the spiritual world. If that, and I don't want to say that because that's cliche, whatever you feel like will bring other people happiness or peace, and then your manifestation is at the end of that. The manifestation is you're gonna have a good outcome once you do this, because I feel like Spirit has been communicating to you as well as others to forgive yourself and others. And I think a lot of you did not heal, or look at this card won't stay up. Because I think that's important. And then the parents. So a lot of us really need to, if if you haven't, maybe your parents, like some of you really need to maybe even look at what happened during your youth. Like maybe you had a crazy Whitewater Rapids childhood, and you feel like whenever you tried to grab on something didn't stick, and you felt like you never really had stable ground. Maybe that's why I let the Palo Santo stick. But Spirit is trying to tell you to allow yourself to change another storyline, your perception about how your childhood was, and that it really did, or your childhood contributed you, maybe, and this is, it's crazy because I just keep getting all these thoughts, but maybe the way your childhood is, or the way you had your childhood, the childhood trauma that you endured caused you to heal and surpass a lot. And maybe this was your soul's journey this time to come here and do this, to kind of, maybe your childhood really triggered and was the catalyst to spin you further out than what maybe an average person, or a person that had what the quote-unquote good life had. Like you relied on Spirit forever, you had a trust in communication with Spirit, and I feel like you really relied on Spirit through your childhood. And some of you maybe indirectly didn't really forgive your parents, because you felt like they're the reason kind of why you feel the way you feel, or you feel like your parents is the reason why you was in the Whitewater Rapids of life, where that was kind of meant to happen to put you on the spiritual path that you are today. Maybe a lot of you are spiritual leaders or have your spiritual career because of the childhood traumas that you endured. And I think Spirit wants you to know that it's okay, like just change your perception of what your childhood was, and let's continue to allow for change through your mental. Allow those different programs that you told yourself as a child to be transmuted. Finally go through that healing that you need to go through to manifest all that you wanted. And maybe you're at this point of going through this transition to really figure that out, that my life was the way it was for a reason. And maybe, like some of you probably been told before, that you were the generational breakers. And because you are allowing yourself to change your perception and hear Spirit's voice, because you are really spiritual and had to be all of your life, now you're able to break the generational curse. It is you who is going to break the generational curse, because you allow Spirit to feed you the positive energy that is going to allow you to heal, and that's going to allow you now to forgive your parents if you already didn't, to manifest all that you've been trying to do. And this is why a lot of you probably do have careers in the spiritual world, or do contribute to someone's happiness or well-being. Yeah. So you have to be compassionate to yourself and a 99. So let this go softly. Have compassion for yourself, for your mom, and let this be gingerly laid down, gingerly forgave, gingerly healed. Like, continue to heal. You broke a generational curse. You broke a generational curse. You have done it. You are doing it. You are going to allow yourself to change and welcome all these blessings into your life. You've done it, okay? You broke the curse.